as I lay sleeping. I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy. If you will only say the same. If you leave me and love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's Excellence in Special Education Awards. My name is Rebecca Nobrega, and I have the distinct honor of being the director for the North Coastal Consortium for Special Education. Before we begin this evening's presentation, I wanted to share some information on how tonight's ceremony is going to be made accessible to all. I also wanted to take a moment to recognize and thank our co-sponsor for this evening, the Nixie Community Advisory Committee. Each and every one of our Community Advisory Committee, and particularly our Community Advisory Committee Executive Board, put forth so much time and effort in making this evening possible. So first, I would like to introduce Ms. Andrea Seiler, our CAC Chairperson. I would also like to introduce and recognize Heidi Marshall, our Parent Liaison. And while I don't believe she's here this evening, I also want to recognize Ms. Fabiola Vasquez, our Staff Development Assistant, who without her, tonight's evening would not be made possible. The Excellence in Education Award ceremony has always served as one of the most appreciated and uplifting events of the year. This year is no exception. With over 150 nominations from districts throughout our SELPA, we are thrilled to be here this evening to honor and celebrate some truly outstanding individuals who not only make a difference in the lives of our students with special education needs and the families they support, but through their examples in each of our own. Setting the stage for this evening's event, I would like to introduce Ms. Ilsa Garza Gonzalez, Superintendent from Fallbrook Union High School District. While she was not able to be here in person, she was so generously provided her keynote presentation both in English and in Spanish.
Good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Excellence in Special Education Awards. I am Ilsa Garza Gonzalez, Superintendent of Fallbrook Union High School District, and it is my honor to join the North Coastal Consortium for Special Education, known by its acronym NICSE, and the Community Advisory Committee, known as CAC, in celebrating and recognizing individuals and organizations for outstanding contributions to students with disabilities. NICSE is a special education local planning area composed of 14 school districts in northern San Diego County. And CAC is made up of parents, educators, and community members involved in special education and who provide meetings, special events, and advise the member superintendents of NICSE about special education services. The overarching goal of both NICSE and CAC, and a theme that you will see throughout the evening, is inclusion. Those honored tonight have made a difference in our schools and in our communities by ensuring that personal and social circumstances, such as gender, socioeconomic status, ethnic origin, and disability, should not be an obstacle in achieving academic potential. We understand that in order for each and every student to achieve their full academic potential, we must first ensure a basic minimum standard of education for all students and an environment where all students learn together. NICSE's core values are rooted in the key principle of inclusion, which is to create meaningful access and connections so that all students are honored for their unique talents and valued as contributing members of their school and their community. It is these core values that guide our work, and it is these core values that we are honoring tonight. We believe that all people have the right to learn, grow, and change. Everyone, from superintendents like myself to our youngest students, must be afforded the opportunity to learn, the opportunity to grow, and the opportunity to change. The COVID pandemic has taught us that the educational system in place prior to the pandemic did not meet the needs of all students and families. Although a lot has been said about learning loss, we know that there are students who have excelled online, teachers that have grown exponentially due to the need to deliver instruction in a different modality. And we have all come to the realization that our educational system must change and be held accountable if we are truly going to afford equal access to all. As we navigate this new normality, let us remember that knowledge, growth, and change are a process that requires grace, grace to impart and grace to receive. We believe all people have the right to be treated with dignity and respect, and that integrity and honesty are fundamental to quality of life. When we create learning environments that are not fair, equitable, or safe for all students, not only are we unintentionally sending the message to some children that they do not belong, but we are also teaching other children how to treat those that are different from them. If we want to change outcomes, we must change behaviors, and we must change systems. On the other hand, when we create learning environments where all learners feel welcome and valued, and where they are provided the supports necessary for them to develop their talents and achieve their goals, we create outcomes that benefit all of us. Parent, guardian, and caregiver involvement and community engagement is a valuable asset. The power of collaboration is limitless. And for this reason, the work that CAC does is critical. Without the participation of our parents, educators, and community members, full, meaningful inclusion is not possible. CAC is made up of individuals that believe that each of us can make a positive difference. Many have already done so, and it is these contributions that we are honoring tonight. Finally, NICSE believes in the value of every individual and that children are our future. What the future looks like is up to each of us. What we invest in our children is what we invest in our future. Let us be generous with our time. Sit with children, play with them, talk to them, listen to them, and value them. Let us invest our courage in them. Speak up for children when they have no voice. Make the hard decisions if we know these decisions are right for children. Invest in their differences. Celebrate their diversity, for it is in our differences and not in our likeness that we grow. Promote equity by investing in systems work that addresses the root cause of disparate outcomes within our educational system. These investments will result in the outcome that we seek: full inclusion. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jill Gonzalez, and I am a coordinator for the North Coastal Consortium for Special Education. It is my honor to start this evening's awards with the NICSE Student Scholarship Award recipients. I would like to take a moment to welcome and acknowledge the families that financially support the NICSE Student Scholarships. First, we have the Bob Grundstrom Memorial Scholarship in honor of Mr. Bob Grundstrom, who was a dedicated special education teacher in the Vista Unified School District for 18 years. Mr. Grundstrom was known for his kind heart, concern for students, and strong belief in equitable access to higher education for all students. Thank you to Ms. Myrna Valeli, Mr. Grundstrom's widow, who is joining us tonight via Zoom, and Mr. Grundstrom's family for their financial support of students as they pursue their dreams to access higher education. Thank you. The award recipient for the Bob Grundstrom Memorial Scholarship is Miss Isabel Carrion Morales, a senior from Vista High School in the Vista Unified School District. Isabel actively participates in a variety of school and community organizations, including Key Club, Air Force Junior ROTC, and the California Scholarship Federation, all while maintaining a high grade point average. Isabel will attend UC Riverside in the fall to pursue a degree in political science with plans to become an attorney. Please welcome Isabel Carrion Morales.
Hello, I am very honored to be a chosen scholarship recipient, and I want to say thank you because thanks to this scholarship I'll be able to attend UC Riverside, and it will save me time from worrying about college expenses and focusing more on my college studies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate being nominated for a scholarship.
Our second student scholarship, the Dr. Lynette Robinson Scholarship for Inclusive Education, is in honor of Dr. Lynette Robinson, who was an inspirational educator for more than 25 years. Dr. Robinson was an exceptional special education teacher, elementary principal, and the director of special education in the Encinitas Union School District. Dr. Robinson was a pioneer of inclusive practices and believed in equal access and positive educational experiences for all students. Thank you to Dr. Robinson's family for their financial support of students involved with inclusive practices during their high school years who have goals to pursue careers in education. There are 2 award recipients for the Dr. Lynette Robinson Scholarship for Inclusive Education. The first is awarded to Skylar Pavlovich, a senior from the San Diego Academy in the San Diego Union High School District. Skylar has participated in inclusive practices in high school as a volunteer for the Special Olympics, specifically teaching tennis. Additionally, Skylar has held several part-time jobs, was a leader of the San Diego Academy Link Crew, a member of the Casas de Luz Club, and a volunteer basketball coach, all while maintaining outstanding grades. Skylar will attend UC Santa Barbara in the fall and plans to pursue a career as a teacher. Please welcome Skylar Pavlovich.
I'd like to express my gratitude for everyone involved in this organization and for the opportunity to receive this scholarship. It truly means the world.
The second recipient of the Dr. Lynette Robinson Scholarship for Inclusive Education is awarded to Kaylee Robertson, a senior from San Marcos High School in the San Marcos Unified School District. Kaylee has participated in inclusive practices by volunteering for an inclusive track meet, organizing an inclusive prom, and tutoring students with special needs. Kaylee is also a member of the San Marcos High Associated Student Body and the track and field team, all while maintaining excellent grades. Kaylee will attend UC San Diego in the fall and plans to pursue a career as a school psychologist. Please welcome Kaylee Robertson.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Robertson, and I would just love to express my gratitude towards the NICSE organization for granting me this opportunity, and a huge shout out to my family for always pushing me to achieve the impossible and reach for the stars but land on the moon, because we couldn't ever settle for anything less. I would also especially like to shout out my mom, Casey Gaelic, for always encouraging me and redefining my passion for inclusion and steering me onto the right path of everything in my whole entire life, and she's my inspiration.
Here to present our first recipient for the Supportive Students Awards is Trisha Benton from Kelly Elementary School in Carlsbad.
She has sold close to 900 copies of this book, and her message of inclusion is inspiring. At 11 years old, she has grasped the meaning of empathy, compassion, and friendship. We are so thankful that Maria has played such an important role in Bailey's life, but she has also opened so many doors for other kids with special needs in our community. She's a trailblazer for the inclusion revolution, as their robotics team likes to call it. I am honored to introduce this amazing young lady, Maria Markey, for the recipient of Supportive Student.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you, Miss Trisha, for nominating me, and I'm so thankful for this award. I was so surprised when I found out that I was getting the award. I really want to thank my whole team, and I feel like my whole team should be getting this award for being so passionate and helpful. And from our experiences together, that's why I wrote the Innovate 8. And I want to thank my principal, Ms. Cobb, for the total support for my robotics team, the book that we wrote together, the leadership team. I want to thank my little brother, Griffin, for inspiring and sparking the character of the trophy little brother. I want to thank Miss Waterman for bringing the fun with her class. I want to thank Miss Benton for being the heart and the soul, Miss Benton and Bailey for being the heart and the soul of our team. And I want to thank my mom for being a great robotics coach and just a great mom. And we just hope the book helps spark other students and parents to start their interest in this. Don't cry.
Well, I will say, Maria, I know why your mom is crying, because probably each and every one of us watching this event tonight are so inspired to think of somebody so young and so incredibly compassionate, and is really going to be a force in our community. So I just want to say thank you, Maria, and you should have every right to cry, Mom. You should be very proud. What a wonderful, wonderful young lady. I do want to share the video because there's a quick cute little video showing Maria being surprised in her classroom.
Because every year, it's called NCSE, North County Consortium for Special Education. And they give out awards, and you can nominate people for awards. And there's a student in this class that won an award this year. So, nominated by Bailey Benton's mom for being an awesome advocate for kiddos with special needs. Congratulations to Rhea Markey for the book she wrote, along with her team Como Fun, and all the changes you're making for kids with disabilities. Rhea, you're awesome.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you. Congratulations.
Good job, Maria.
Thank you.
I would like to introduce Brent Colleen, the principal of Canyon Crest, that will be giving another wonderful supportive student award.
Thank you, Heidi. It's great to be in this virtual space with everybody. So many worthy recipients and a lot of familiar faces. As principal in Crest Academy, there are so many amazing students that we get to interact with every day. It can be hard to stand out from the crowd, but I'm super happy to share one incredible young lady, Courtney Wong, who's a 10th grader at Canyon Crest Academy. She has a story to tell that begins in her own home. She has, and this has inspired her to make a difference on the larger scale. She has two siblings, an 8th grade brother and a sister in 5th grade, both of whom have disabilities, and she's enjoyed supporting them, especially in the past year when so many students were learning virtually. And what she did is she reached out to a group that was established among some family friends to find out what they could do, what she could do to support more students on a larger scale. So with that feedback, she created a tutoring organization known as Tutors for Stars to serve students with disabilities. And it's scaling up from there. She's planning a 1-week summer camp that will offer art, reading lessons, comprehension, and life skills. Last year, as a 9th grader, she started volunteering with Amaze, which is Academy for Music and Arts for Special Education. As a volunteer after school, she was assigned a buddy, and she would help with the music and arts. And her buddy wanted to learn piano, so she taught him. Later, and this is more in a virtual context with the pandemic in the last year, another buddy wanted to learn how to play the drums. It was kind of hard to do when you're away from each other, but she was able to teach this buddy rhythm through Zoom, which was really cool. At school, Courtney's organized, she's hardworking, and she's passionate about digital art. She plans to continue to serve and support young people with disabilities, and she plans to grow into a larger volunteer role as a coordinator in Amaze. We're thankful for your efforts, Courtney, and just your desire to help others, and we're proud of you for your accomplishments. Courtney.
Okay, so I would like to thank everyone for the Excellence in Special Education Award and all the volunteers and Tutors for Stars for taking their time to teach kids with special needs during this year. I would also like to thank the special ed teacher, Miss Alana Babuda, for showing her teaching experience in the meetings for the volunteers. I would also like to thank all the parents who gave us a chance for the tutors to know the kids better and spend time with them virtually. And special thanks to my parents for supporting me and Helen Lynn for the nomination. Thank you.
Courtney, I will just say again, one of the highlights, of course, we are honoring so many incredibly fabulous and talented individuals. It really, really means a lot to all of us to see our students joining in the work of inclusion and supporting all of our kids this year. So thank you, thank you. I think we have a couple of slides that will show some of the celebrations for you as well. There you are getting recognized with the award. So Courtney, I just want to say thank you.
Yes, I would like to introduce Michael Santos, the assistant principal at Torrey Pines, is going to talk about another great student, supportive student. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the time and effort to put all this together to celebrate our students. Like Mr. Colleen, Torrey Pines is the sister school of CCA, and we share a lot of the same students that are also pushing for helping a lot of our, sorry, that was my alarm for my daughter to go to bed. So it is my honor and great pleasure to introduce Jerry Wu. Jerry is a sophomore here at Torrey and is an outstanding student. But with school mostly being online for our students, Jerry still wanted to help out those that needed more support. Along with this, the student from CCA, he is also part of the Tutors for Stars program and has been also wanting to connect with students even in the virtual environment. Jerry was able to create a meaningful relationship with his student Chloe with jokes that in talking with his student, she just kept on going on and on about how he would make math funny. And that definitely helped her continue with her progress in math. Well planned out lesson plans that just helped the student keep on growing and needing that extra support, and just a gentle and kind demeanor in working with Chloe. Jerry is an amazing adult who has been able to juggle both helping students in that virtual environment, but also his own responsibilities. Like, he has a stellar academic record. He is actually a top fencer who qualified for the Junior Olympics, being in the top 64 in our nation. And he's part of our Falcon speech and debate team while also doing community service, like the Youth Care Club that's bringing sponsoring education of students in rural parts of China. He also plays the piano and trombone, you know, with all that spare time that he has. So being a Falcon, we are very proud to have Jerry part of our student body, and we want to congratulate him and thank him for everything he does for our students.
Thank you so much, Mr. Santos. I feel very honored to receive this award. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to Courtney with this partnership and being able to work together and support children with special needs. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to Janet who chose me. Thank you to Chloe for all those warm and fun math lessons. It's just been a great honor to still be able to help out the community, to be able to help these children with special needs, even during the pandemic through online. Just being able to discover new fun ways, creative ways to still offer these great opportunities to children with special needs, because I think it's pretty critical that the pandemic has restricted a lot of things, but it's very important and intrinsic to be able to take advantage of platforms and be able to help people in need. And it's definitely been one of my greatest passions. Thank you.
Jerry, thank you as well. I know I speak on behalf of all of us who work in the field of education. It is incredible to see our young students and the innovative ways you were able to adapt to the pandemic and this world of virtual learning. So thank you so much for contributing to our students learning in this process. Jerry, there you are getting acknowledged by your team. So next up, I believe we have Dr. Leslie Taylor.
Well, good evening. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces. So our next award, in addition to, well, Jill spent a little time talking about Dr. Lynette Robinson and the Memorial Scholarship Award. So in addition, we have a memorial award for furthering inclusive education. And to introduce this evening's award recipient, we have Amanda Carlson. She's the coordinator for San Marcos Unified School District, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about our recipient for this year.
Hi, everyone. So I have the honor of introducing one of my favorite team members, Erin Daddio, this year's recipient. And it's hard to know where to start. Erin works for our preschool department, and she is an itinerant general education teacher in our preschool department. And she was nominated for this award by numerous people as she touches the lives of pretty much everyone in our early childhood community in San Marcos. And she's just one of the most educated, dedicated, humorous staff on our team. She is mature well beyond her years and constantly seeking knowledge and new ideas to support early childhood. including solutions to funding barriers with regard to inclusive settings. She approaches every child with an open mind and leads teams to provide a universal design for learning that's accessible for all children. And I was on the interview panel for Erin, and one of the things that struck me is when we talked about how could you differentiate instruction, what would you do, and breaking skills down into other skill sets, she said, well, wouldn't every child benefit from that? Which is exactly the point. Her heart is definitely in the inclusive world, and she loves teaching, and it's apparent. From providing virtual lessons during the COVID closures and learning all Google platforms very quickly so she could model for the teaching teams, to when schools reopened, she put on her PPE and started teaching right away, including covering classes that might not have a sub. At the last minute, Erin just said, I'll go do it. She loves teaching all students, and has quickly been an integral member of our IEP process as well, in supporting families and understanding what a differentiated instruction means and what typically developing students and students with special needs both need to develop. So she, I just can't say enough. Her love for teaching and learning shows in everything she does. And I know I'm not supposed to keep talking for very long. So without further ado, and I know that she doesn't like public speaking, but she's really good at it. So this year's recipient of the Lynette Robinson Memorial Award for Furthering Inclusive Education is Erin Daddio.
Thank you, Amanda. Yes, I'd rather speak to little kids us fellow adults, but I just thank you so much. It's just such an honor. I just feel so lucky to be teaching in this district in San Marcos, and just having Nixie behind us too. I just think it's really amazing. Where I came from before this on the East Coast, it's very different. So it's just, I just think having all of this support is amazing, and I just feel so blessed to be doing what I love in the age group that I love. Our preschool team's amazing, but the students are the shining stars, and the families, especially this year with the pandemic and just having to kind of teach 3-year-olds online. Not easy for anybody. So I will just say that they're the rock stars, because I have trouble taking it for myself. But yeah, so thank you.
Erin, thank you so much for all that you do. We talk a lot about the importance of early education, and I just laughed when you were saying teaching little preschoolers online. I wish we could have a video of you doing that. That would be hilarious to see. So thank you. So I believe we're at the point now where we're going to be recognizing our next award recipient, the Special Education Administrator Award. And here to provide the presentation is Dr. Matt Doyle, Superintendent for Vista Unified. Matt, are you there?
I am here, Rebecca.
Good to see you, Matt.
Hey, thank you for allowing us to be part of this amazing opportunity to recognize fantastic educators and supporters of students with special needs. I have to say, I've been to this award ceremony for many, many years. I loved it better in person. For everyone in the virtual room, it's much better to see everyone in person, but it is a true pleasure to be here with all of you. We are here tonight to recognize Jana Haig. Jana Haig is an amazing, amazing individual, not only an amazing educator, but truly an amazing person. We love Jana Haig, we truly do. She also is about ready to retire, so this is bittersweet to recognize her as a leader, and also recognize that, you know, she's moving on to another chapter in her life, and we will miss her dearly. I would like to say a few words about Jana before we have Jana jump on. Jana Haig is a true educator of the community. She actually started off in Vista Unified as a parent. It was actually a room mother. And from there, she, I think, got energized about education, went back, got her teaching credential, and became a general education teacher first, worked with a variety of students over the years, and discovered her true passion is with students with special needs. And as a result, went back, got the necessary training, and became an education specialist, and was a fantastic education specialist for students with special needs. I personally loved the great work that she did, and I had the opportunity to ask her to become an administrator, and she became a supervisor, and from there used the years and decades of experience that she brought to the classroom to help other teachers get good at what they do in the classroom and really support students with special needs. And just before she was about to retire, we asked her to make one more important move, and that was into the lead for the entire school district. As a matter of fact, she replaced Rebecca as Rebecca moved on. And this year has done just amazing leadership in the position of the executive director of special education for our entire school district. Jana's leadership led our special education team and supported our special education parents and students through a global pandemic. I think we all know and have experienced. She did it with grace. She did it with patience. And most importantly, she kept our focus on students and their needs. We are proud of Jana Haig. She's just an amazing person. I would like to tell you a little funny story. I'll leave you with a funny story about Jana Haig. And I can see Dr. Taylor on the call too with us. When we talk about Jana Haig in the Vista Unified School District, we always use her first and last name. No one ever calls Jana Jana. It's always Jana Haig. And it started off as a fun little joke in our department, but has since spread. And so anyone who refers to Jana these days always refers to her as Jana Haig. So Jana, you will always be Jana Haig to us. We will miss you so much. We love you dearly. You are an amazing person for our community, but more importantly, you are truly committed to students. So congratulations, Jana. It is truly our pleasure to present to you this Special Education Administrator Award.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Doyle. I wasn't going to get emotional tonight, but that might be kind of hard. You know, I've always known I wanted to be an educator. Never had a plan. I mean, I never had a plan to be a special ed administrator, farthest thing from my mind. And I'm only here because of people like Dr. Doyle and Dr. Leslie Taylor, who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And it's probably turned out to be one of the greatest blessings in my life. I have to give a huge shout out to my special ed team in Vista, who have been so amazing this year and so supportive in our department. Have really just held me up during a really tough year. So also to all of our special educators in Vista, we have some amazing teachers and staff, some of who are being recognized tonight, and they are so deserving. Most importantly, I just need to thank our families and students who thank you for trusting me with your children over the years. I've learned so much from each and every one of you, and you've made a huge impact on my life, and I will be forever grateful.
Thank you, Jana. And I know that while you are starting a new chapter in your life, thinking about the Airstream and your future retirement and travel, I know that a person with all of your heart and commitment to our community and our students, I am certain we will continue to see the great work that you do for all of us. So thank you.
I would like to introduce Karen Thompson, who is a workability coordinator for San Marcos School District, and she is going to introduce the Collaborative Community Member Award.
Hi, thank you, Heidi. Hi, everyone. So nice to see you all virtually. So I'm honored to virtually present the award for Collaborative Community Member to our SELPA friends and partners, the Department of Rehabilitation San Marcos Inland team. Led by Scott Yeager, this team are our students' greatest advocates and a conduit for employment services. But what makes this team really special is their long-time collaboration with school districts. Long before the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act asked departments of rehab to collaborate with school districts, they were already working with us to provide a smooth transition for our students. Everything they do is done with creativity, willingness, grace, and goodwill. They are endlessly patient and understanding and have adapted over the years to fully understand the unique needs of our students with disabilities. Between their student services, vocational rehab services, the We Can Work program, their involvement in and support of the Transition Services Task Force, their leadership in the San Diego North County Coastal Local Partnership Agreement, which fosters competitive integrated employment for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. This terrific group of individuals have made a marked difference in the lives of countless students with disabilities, who will count them as an integral component of their pathway to successful adult life. I've worked with the Department of Rehab since 2008 and the current staff for many years. They're professional and kind and understanding and sensitive in their dealings with our students, and often go far beyond the parameters of their job description to support our students' needs. Marcy and Lynette primarily work with us to place students through the Week and Work program and to enroll them for post-high school vocational rehabilitation services. They also work closely with our adult transition program, supporting job placements through the Week and Work program, and signing up high school seniors and adult transition students for vocational services that will support them as they transition. Marita and Norberto support our students through the Student Services program, teaching our students pre-employment skills in preparation for job placement, and often take the lead in finding students job placement and, when possible, a job related to their post-secondary goals. As the slide says, for the vast majority of our students, their self-esteem and dignity is directly related to their ability or their perception of their ability to obtain and retain a job, particularly a job that's a stepping stone to a future career path. The DOR staff support them in this endeavour, not only assisting them in finding employment, but also, when appropriate, supporting and encouraging further education related to their post-secondary goals. They also attend IEP meetings when invited and are an integral part of the North County Transition Services Task Force, supporting our efforts to ensure that transition-age youth receive all the assistance necessary to ease their path into employment and further education opportunities. This fine team are our go-to people for students who will need assistance in transitioning from high school into employment and further education to support their career goals. I nominated them for this award in the firm belief that there is no other agency in North County that has collaborated with school districts for so long or made such an impact on the outcomes for students with disabilities in the areas of further education and employment. I'm honoured to know them and can't begin to thank them enough for their endless dedication and commitment to our students. Thank you so much, Team DOR Inland. And I think some of them are here tonight. I think we've got Scott Yeager with us and Marcy Martin and Lynette Button. So I don't know whether you drew straws, who was maybe going to say something, but one of you is up.
Karen, I'll go ahead. This is Scott Yeager. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful introduction, synopsis. It's incredible the collaboration that we've had over the years. I would just like to say, on behalf of myself and all our staff, we would like to give the sincerest thank you for this recognition. Like I said, I've appreciated our outstanding collaboration over the years. And Karen, a particular shout out to you for all the work that you have done in helping to establish all the relationships that have built this. Also, a really big thank you to everyone whose efforts and hard work has helped individuals with disability achieve their goals. Like Karen said tonight, there are two counselors here with me tonight, Marcy Martin and Lynette Button, and I'd like to give them just a couple minutes really quick. Marcy, I'll start with you if you'd like.
Yes, thank you again, Karen, for nominating us. So we truly enjoy working with San Marcos School District and the students and helping them reach their goals outside of high school and seeing them really grow and mature over the years. And certainly working with you has just made this a really wonderful opportunity for us and really smooth collaborative effort. So really, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I guess I'll go. Hi, this is
Lynette.
Lynette. Hi. Again, thank you so much, Karen. The honor's really ours to be able to work with such a fine school district and such a fine team, and to be able to do what we do. We all love it. And I don't think I can say anything better than what Scott and Marcy said. We just love working with the adult transition program and the Week and Work students and the student resale store and just all the wonderful innovations you've all done to support students at your school district, and it's really been our honor. And shout out back to all of you who are so fabulous in what you do.
Thank you, guys.
Peace out.
Well, thank you, Department of Rehab team. We could not do the work without you as our students leave us and enter into the world of work. So much gratitude from each and every one of us. Thank you.
So to introduce the recipient of tonight's Special Education Teacher Award is Heather Gawley, and Heather is the principal of Roosevelt Middle School.
Hello, thank you so much. And I want to make sure, so Special Education Teacher Award, are we on? I just want to make sure I'm on the right one. Is that for Sheila Grom?
It's for Sheila Grom.
Okay, so that's actually going to be Steve Bailey.
That's me.
Okay. Hi, Steve.
Hey,
hello,
Heather.
Steve, would you like me to reintroduce you?
No, that is fine. I don't like too much attention. Just kidding. I love it. Steve Bailey here, principal at Madison Middle School here in the Vista Unified School District. And I'm extremely happy to be able to announce the Ed Specialist Award for Sheila Grom. She has made incredible impact on the students with disabilities on our campus. And I've been working 21 years in schools, and I can count on my hands people who cross my paths that really are deserving of this award. And Sheila Grom is one of them. She tirelessly works for her students. She focuses on the right drivers to really meet their needs. And first and foremost, the focus on relationships with students is amazing. She's the epitome of knowing how to develop deep, authentic relationships with students and their families. And she knows every single student inside and out, and she's able to really create an individualized plan for every kid. And the way she pushes her students into mainstream, into the core, and her ability to have the exact right scaffolds for their students that they get in their zone of proximal development is unparalleled. And her expertise and her abilities for working with behaviors, she will be finishing up her BCBA this summer. And her focus on consistency and clarity makes everybody in her classroom and her families feel safe. We have oftentimes families coming with advocates, and by the time they leave our school, they realize the number one advocate for their child is Sheila Grom, and she makes such a huge difference in their lives. And I do encourage everybody to come out and take a look at her model program. I believe she has a model program for her functional skills class here in the county. Not only is it student-centered, of course, it's the way she uses student-centered planning to meet the needs of all kids. And the solid academic program for our students that is consistently in that zone of proximal development for every child. And it's something that is wonderful to see, and be a principal of a school to have a teacher doing that so perfectly is an honor. And her way of really executing and working with the paraprofessionals so she could do the blended learning environments, especially now during the pandemic, and her ability to do station rotation with not only students who are present, but students who are in the virtual world has been unparalleled. And I think that one thing I can say and honestly say is nobody ever wants to leave. They turn 8th grade and they're going to 9th grade and they don't want to leave. And I think that's a testament of not only a wonderful person, but a wonderful educator who really puts the needs of students with disabilities at the forefront of everything she does. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Sheila Grom, one of the most impressive ed specialists I've come across in over 21 years.
Wow, Mr.
Yay,
Bailey.
congratulations, we love you.
Thank you for that introduction. I think I've just turned red against this white background right here. So, I mean, that was, I'm speechless. I have something written, which is good that I have something written. So I just wanted to say thank you, Mr. Bailey, for that introduction. I'm really blessed to be honored in this way. I know that it's been a really difficult year for many, many people. And so, you know, I'm just really thankful that I have this opportunity to be working with all sorts of different people from Vista Unified, as well as other people from different places. So students and parents and teachers and staff have really stepped out of their comfort zones this year. And I'm really excited to be included in that support. I think we all say that our primary focus is on the students, especially those with diverse needs. And I know that I couldn't have done what needed to be done without the support from my team at Madison and the special ed team at the district level, the support of parents, thank you, and then the eager to learn students themselves. So to me, this award really reflects my family here at Vista Unified and my many mentors that I've met throughout my teaching journey. So I'm really the luckiest teacher. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheila. I've had the opportunity to also see Sheila's great work firsthand, and I think you're going to appreciate that your principal, Mr. Bailey, has just invited the entire over 136 members of this evening's event, as well as whoever watches this on video, to come view your program.
Come on in, more the merrier.
Congratulations on that well-deserved award, Sheila.
I would like to introduce Dr. Dardis, and she will be introducing the Collaborative Team Award.
Is Dr. Dardis here?
I am here. Thank you. I'm sorry, my mouse is not working. Give me 1 second. Good evening. Grace and I are presenting our deepest appreciation and love to the Oceanside USD Adult Transition Program for their incredible collaborative team. A collaborative team is a group of individuals who share common beliefs and work toward common goals. A collaborative team member spends time discussing what they hope to accomplish as a team and set team and individual goals for reaching that vision. Our team at ATP is being recognized because they are that such team. They are prestigious, they are wonderful, they are loving, they are caring, and they have reached that level with their efforts. The students they work with have a tremendous strengths, and they highlight the positives alongside the daily difficulties. And most of all, they work to improve awareness and understanding of differences with increased empathy. Grace?
A collaborative team is truly what describes OUSD's Adult Transition Program. This award highlights the school's success. And yes, we are a school. A year ago, we turned our program into a school, as well as made it digital. We may be a small school, but we make magic happen. We make the impossible possible. In the past year, we taught one another about learning platforms such as Google Classrooms, Google Docs, Google Forms, Google everything. Most importantly, we learned how to Zoom and transform our in-person learning virtual while keeping our students engaged. Overnight, we formed a school site council. We rallied when our students needed us most, and we gathered, socially distanced of course, to celebrate our students' successes. We worked as a whole staff, small group, one-to-one. We laughed, we cried, and we cried some more. We danced. We even held costume parties online. Each time we met, we were not just peers, we weren't colleagues, but a family, an ATP family, a team. Dr. Dardis and I are honored and privileged to introduce the OUSD's Adult Transition Program.
My name is Monique Combs. I'm the lead teacher of the Oceanside Adult Transition Program, and I do have something prepared to say. I'm sorry that I'm not more like ad-libby, but this works well for me. I'm honored and proud to accept this award on behalf of the entire staff of the Oceanside Adult Transition Program. The progress we made so quickly could not have happened without the support of every single one of our team members, teachers, paraprofessional, and each and every support staff. When the school closures were implemented in March 2020 and our instruction went virtual, we hit the ground running. Members of our team who did not consider themselves techie had to become online instructors overnight. We all jumped in with both feet and not only learned how to make virtual instruction happen logistically, but came up with creative ways to bring the community onto the screens and into the homes of our learners. The nature of our program is so unique and is typically dependent on hands-on community-based activities. And we figured out ways to make that happen by providing cooking kits, art kits, gardening kits, and cleaning kits to our students so that they could practice along with us at home. We made videos and spent countless hours searching the internet for just the right content. We created virtual clubs like yoga, art, science, singing, cooking that are engaging and fun. We did all of this for the benefit of our diverse learners, and we have not looked back. And we truly did it as a team. I also need to thank the students who had the best attitude and joined virtual classes each day. I had a student say who was new to my class this year, early on, when, we would talk about our feelings, and he said, you know what, I like this, it's better than nothing. Of course, a huge thanks to the parents of these students who provided the critical support to their adult children to assist them in accessing our classes. Finally, I would like to thank not only the entire team, but our leader, Grace Ridgway, who has shown us all patience, kindness, perseverance, and that it is okay to make mistakes because that is how you grow. She truly embodies her name. Thank you again for this honor.
All right, congratulations. Hello again. It is my honor to present the Excellence in Special Education Award in the category Special Education Support Staff to Comp Craig, an instructional assistant for the Nixie program for students with visual impairments. Ms. Craig joined the team at Nixie after raising her own children and getting them settled into high school. In the 3 short years Ms. Craig has been employed by Nixie, she has made a tremendous impact on the lives of students with visual impairments and the teachers that support them. Ms. Craig works with students preschool through adult transition age for all 14 of the Nixie school districts. At Nixie, Ms. Craig supports 11 teachers of the visually impaired. Her role includes working with a diverse population of students with varying degrees of abilities in multiple school districts and managing ongoing projects and last-minute requests from multiple teachers. She accomplishes all of this in a methodical, efficient, and positive manner. Ms. Craig is passionate about teaching students with visual impairments. She has a positive spirit and a willingness to accept and meet challenges. She shows great interest in students and respects their individual needs and abilities. Ms. Craig continuously makes a positive difference in the lives of students with special needs and is a treasure to the educational profession. And I would like to think that we have had an impact on COMP just as much as she has had an impact on our program, because thankfully she has decided to go back to school next fall and is working towards her credential to become a teacher of the visually impaired. And we couldn't be more proud and excited for her to take this next step in her professional journey. So it is my pleasure to present Ms. Comp Craig.
Hi, everyone. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Thank you, Jill. I just would like to thank everyone for, this evening. There's so many amazing recipients. I believe it takes a teamwork to make this VI department so successful. I am grateful to be able to work with so many wonderful and amazing teachers and coworkers. I truly appreciate all my coworkers' time and support. Thank you.
Thank you, Comp. And that was the first time I was able to hear that you're going to be working towards your teaching credential. That's so exciting. Congratulations.
So I would like to introduce Emma Cobb, and she is the principal of Kelly Elementary, and she is going to introduce the Collaborative Parent Award.
Hi, good evening, and thanks for having me present this award this evening. I have known Nicole for 3 years now. When I first started as principal at Kelly Elementary, it was evident that she would go above and beyond to support students. She is a parent of 4 Kelly Cougars, both past and present, and has served our campus as a science teacher, robotics coach, volunteer, and most recently, an advocate for inclusion. It was 2 years ago when her robotics team, Como Fun, focused on including students with disabilities, that her support for all students became more apparent. Her team of students wanted to include their friends with different abilities, and despite many roadblocks because these students were unable to participate in the same way as their typical peers, they succeeded in having their friends participate, largely due to the fierce advocacy of their coach. Fast forward a year, school shut down due to COVID, and this team had to get creative with how they continued to practice and include their friends. With her support, the team found ways to interact and include everyone virtually. They even figured out a way to take their friends on walks and fundraise for causes that support people with special needs. We returned to school this past fall with protocols in place that prevented our school's Kindness Club and Como Fun from participating as they have in the past with students with special needs. Nicole worked hard to build a relationship with the Special Olympics to get their support in continuing the work of inclusion on our campus. Her hard work led to a partnership with the Special Olympics to make Kelly Elementary a unified champion school. Through their support and the planning of their coach and teachers, Como Fun was able to play and exercise virtually with their friends with special needs. And after seeing the impact the small group of students was making on inclusion of students with special needs, they decided to form a student inclusion leadership team and start an inclusion revolution. And boy, have they ever. Nicole helped plan and facilitate the lessons and activities these leaders would use to help spread the message of inclusion and guide students through their own inclusion journey. This leadership team has made a huge impact on our campus, and some very heartwarming stories have come from what they are teaching. As a result, I'm happy to share that this team, with the help of their coach, is being expanded to include students from other schools so that they too can spread the word about the importance of inclusion. All of this work happened because of one individual's willingness to support and coach these young people with their ideas. She sees the importance of inclusion and the positive impact these conversations and actions are having on our school and in the community. It is my honor to present the Collaborative Parent Award to Nicole Buchanan. Thank you, Nicole, for your unwavering support and dedication to our young people. You are an incredible human being and my hero.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Mrs. Cobb. I so appreciate all those kind words. I feel like I'm among giants in this room right now, in this virtual room, but thank you for that. If any of you have ever walked on the campus at Kelly Elementary School, you'll notice it's a really special place. I feel like we live in this wonderful bubble of inclusion, and it's really just because of a few people who have really set the culture that everyone on campus is used to. We have parents like Trisha Benton, who advocate for their kids and really make it clear that everybody benefits from being friends with Bailey and other kids with disabilities. We have the wonderful Mrs. Crystal Waterman, one of our special ed teachers, who helped start a kindness club between her classroom and other general ed classrooms, where every student got the opportunity to work with kids with disabilities, which just became part of our culture. No big deal, who cares? We're all friends. And then we have the wonderful Miss Cobb, who made sure that all of our kids with disabilities were being mainstreamed in our classrooms, and that our culture at Kelly is that everybody's included. It's not easy, but it's something that it's just who we are at Kelly. And being a robotics coach, I was able to kind of see what it looked like at our school. But once our robotics team made it past our school, and other people in other communities didn't understand how we could possibly have a student with Down syndrome on a competitive robotics team, and there were roadblocks being put up. We just didn't understand that. And without the people like Miss Cobb, Miss Waterman, Miss Benton, and many others, we realized that it shouldn't just be at Kelly, it should be everywhere. So we are so grateful that we're able to reach out past our school now and say that every kid deserves to have a group of friends, no matter what your ability is. So thank you everybody for this. I feel like I just am so excited to be part of this community. This is amazing. So thank you.
I think the thanks and the gratitude goes to you. Thank you so much as a parent for pushing forward the concepts of inclusion and making all of us think differently about sometimes the things we do in our educational systems without even wondering. So thank you for being that voice and that vision.
Not real, because I have news to share with you. Okay. So I nominated you for the Nixie Special Education Awards for parent coach category, and you won. Are you good? So thankful. I am so thankful for all you're doing for our inclusion leadership team, and it's amazing. So thank you. Oh, I want to hug you, but I can't.
Well, the next up on our event is the General Education Administrator Award. And here to introduce this year's award recipient is Ms. Nadine Schick from Del Mar Union School District. Nadine, are you there?
I am.
There you are.
Hi, everyone. Hi, it is my honor and my privilege to introduce the CAC General Education Administrator of the Year Award to Allison Fieberg. Allison began her career in education as an instructional aide prior to becoming a classroom teacher. During that time, Allison spent several years serving students at the elementary school age level, spending a majority of that time teaching 5th grade. After spending several years as a classroom teacher, Allison became a teacher on special assignment for our instructional services department, prior to becoming an assistant principal. For the past 3 years, Allison has been the proud principal of Sage Canyon School here in Del Mar Union School District, and she's played an integral part in the success of our students on IEPs. Allison is an educator that sets high expectations for all learners because she truly believes in the genius of every child. She is a student advocate that goes above and beyond each and every day to ensure the students on her campus become thinkers and change makers. Allison is a solution-based educator who focuses on what a student can do while ensuring that our learners experience joy and success throughout their educational careers. Allison's also a thoughtful problem solver who works collaboratively with students, parents, and educators while prioritizing integrity, compassion, and empathy. Allison's keen ability to instill a love of learning for the students on her campus will undoubtedly ensure that the students of Sage Canyon School not only positively impact the school community, but ultimately impact our world. Without further ado, please join me in congratulating Allison Fieberg as the CAC General Education Administrator of the Year.
Well, thank you. I'll just say a quick thank you. I wanted to first thank you to Nixie for hosting such a nice evening and honoring so many talented educators in North County. It's been really nice to celebrate with others. And I know that everybody on the screen probably knows that accomplishments aren't, you know, it's not a one-man show, and things aren't done in isolation. So I really want to acknowledge the excellent educators that I work with. Educators who value each child, who work tirelessly and dedicate each day and the very best of themselves to make sure that our students on campus feel valued, included, welcomed, and that they can see the best in themselves. And it takes dedication from everybody, from the front office staff to every teacher in our classroom, to our instructional aides, to our excellent special educators, to wrap their arms around every child on our campus so that our children can see the best of themselves when they look in the mirror every day, and that they can know that they're loved and valued, and that they can become their very best self when they come to school, when they're at home, and as they move through life in the future. So I feel lucky today to be among such a talented group. I'm very grateful and very thankful. And each day I wake up and I'm grateful to do the job that I have in honor of our children. So thank you.
Thank you, Allison. And as I play this video, I think it speaks miles and miles of how you have impacted not only your school, but the entire community.
Each year, the SELPA, the North Coastal Consortium for Special Education, nominates and awards, recognizes an individual for exceptional work with our students in special education. This year, the award is being granted to Allison Fiebert for the General Education Administrator of the Year. Thank all of you who recognized and nominated Allison, and mostly to recognize Allison for all of the work that she has put into making this site an inclusive school and provide exceptional and extraordinary services for our students who require services through an IEP, and for all of the support that she's provided our team, our special education team, and staff members as well. Thank you.
You know, I just want to say that anything that would ever be an award at the school is because we have such an exceptional school. I'm so grateful to be able to work with you alongside you, because everybody that's here does great work for kids. So thank you for showing up every day to be your best every day for our students. It makes a huge difference to who they are, who they become, and how they see themselves in the world. So thank you for all of your work.
Thank you.
I think next up would be Dr. Leslie Taylor.
So our next award is the Patti Elson-Becknell Memorial Award for Excellence in Related Services. Patti Elson-Becknell was an occupational therapist in the North Coastal Consortium for Special Education. She was known for her dedication, collaborative team spirit, nurturing manner, and positive, kind, and loving attitude. We continue to honor Patti each year by presenting an award in her name to a person within the Nixie districts because they exemplify those same characteristics and in their own way carry on Patti's legacy. To introduce this year's recipient, we have not Steve Bailey, but Heather Gawley, principal of Roosevelt Middle School. Heather?
Thank you so much, Leslie. And I am so excited to be here to celebrate someone who is so special to our community. And honestly, listening to the description of Miss Elson-Becknell, I know this recognition is going to the right person. And that is Miss Erica Palmatier, speech and language pathologist at Roosevelt Middle School, as she definitely embodies all of the characteristics that you shared. I have to say, when we got the news that she was getting this award, there was a high level of excitement across the campus, and it was tough to keep it secret. We had the pleasure of gathering staff and students to surprise Ms. Palmatier at Roosevelt with this incredible honor. And I can't even express to you how many people wanted to be involved and how happy everyone was to plan that surprise. In fact, before I share some words of appreciation and introduction, if you click on that, you might be able to see some of the images of the surprise. I think you'll see the love emanating and how much our community appreciates Ms. Palmatier. So as you can see, we really enjoyed celebrating Miss Palmatier. And I have some words about her, and it's tough because, you know, I don't want to get emotional, but while she is our speech and language pathologist at Roosevelt, it would be a disservice to simply identify her as our SLP, because she honestly provides so many supports beyond speech to our students, staff, and families. Her dedication and professionalism is unmatched. Her contributions in IEPs consistently demonstrate her expertise, compassion, and attention to detail. She is an integral part of our school culture, and the actions that she takes to ensure all students, staff, and families feel welcomed, valued, included, and safe are felt and appreciated every day. One of the more impressive aspects of her dedication and servant leadership is how she's always giving back. She has interns working with her all the time, and we're all very lucky that she does that. She works with these interns in ways which we feel extremely confident will serve their students with the same level of dedication and love for the work that she does on a daily basis. Her expertise will not stop at Roosevelt doors, but will impact other schools and districts who employ the many interns that she's worked with over the years. We can trust that our interns will foster the same level of commitment to students that Ms. Palmatier demonstrates on our campus. Especially this year, in unprecedented times, Ms. Palmatier has continued to be a site expert, and we turn to her. A lot of people turn to Ms. Palmatier with all matters of special education. She has been an incredible resource who has supported our educational specialists with preparing in-person instruction, and she has also prepared strategies to support families who have been learning from home. Although this has been extremely difficult, she has demonstrated a level of humanity and consistently demonstrates a level of humanity by visiting students' homes, offering her students her services and expertise, so parents and students feel they have someone in their corner in these trying times. I can't express how deserving she is of this recognition. I know there are a lot of people who are on the call. You can see all the comments coming in the chat. We are so proud of you, Erica. We love you. We are so eternally grateful every day for everything you do for our community and our community at large. And we are just excited to present this to you and to say congratulations. And I know you probably don't love the limelight, but hopefully we can hear some words from Ms. Palmatier.
Thank you so much, Heather, for being here and your words. And yes, I'm not the biggest public speaker, but I did want to take some time to say thank you for this amazing award. It means so much to me, especially in the midst of one of the most difficult years in education ever. And it was an incredible honor to receive this. Sorry, I'm an emotional human being, so if I cry, that's why. But anyways, for many of us in education, we do this without any expectation of being, acknowledged or rewarded for our hard work. So when it does happen, it means a lot for us. And so I really want to say thank you for that. I want to say especially thank you to my team. To do my job wouldn't be possible without them. My educators that I work with, my admin, my counselors, everyone is extremely supportive, collaborative. They're just really amazing. And they really foster an environment where not only do our students thrive, but our staff do as well. And so it means a lot to be a part of that team and to be recognized as a part of that particular team as well. I also want to say thank you to the district, especially my speech pathology department. They're incredible. They are always there to support, to give advice, to teach. So over the years, I've learned so much from them as well. And that meant a lot. Also, my family, my friends, they have ridden the highs and the lows of working in education. They've dealt with the long hours. And so it just means a lot for them to have continually supported me. So thank you again.
Erica, I know, and Leslie, I'm certain when you think about the words of Patti Elson-Becknell, just hearing the words and the comments that were shared about you, you absolutely embody the spirit behind this award. So thank you for all that you do. It's truly incredible. And I love that you're emotional, because I want you to know we are all, I said the one thing that I was trying to prepare for this evening, I'm trying to ensure that for those of you who don't know, we're here at the Nixie office and we don't have lights. So oftentimes the lights go out. So I have everything prepared for this evening, except one thing, which was tissue. And so I forgot to bring tissue. I want to just end this evening on a couple of notes. First of all, I want to thank every one of you who participated in this evening's event, from the award recipients to the presenters. You all did such an exceptional job in an attempt to take this incredible tradition of the Nixie SELPA, which we enjoy every year, coming together to celebrate all that makes our day's work worthwhile. We knew it would be difficult to replicate this in the virtual format, but we want to thank you because all of you did an exceptional job, and we look forward next year to doing this in person. I'm going to leave it with a couple of notes. One of them is from our CAC chair, Andrea Seiler.
Hi, Rebecca stole my thunder. I was going to say a lot of what she said, but truly, this was outstanding, and we were very, it was very difficult to put things into this medium in this strange year, but everyone was so creative and you've made it a special night. So thank you very much. The truth is we've honored all these terrific people here tonight, but we honor all of you, everyone who wakes up every morning and devotes their days to enhancing the lives of students and our children with learning disabilities and social emotional health challenges. We hold you in the highest regard, all of us parents, and it's really difficult to express our profound gratitude. I do want to thank the subcommittee who reviews all the nominations and plans for this evening. Especially, I hope she's still on, is Terry Stashak. She's our co-chair. She has led this effort every year for many years with joy and enthusiasm. And she celebrates all these supportive people, and she's been on the CAC for 11 years and on the board for about 6. So I hope she's logged on. I wasn't sure she would make it, but she's leaving us this year, but I want to thank her for all her years of passion for this project and her devotion to all the work with Nixie. She will be missed, but this is the last time we'll meet as the CAC all together this year. So I want to thank the Nixie staff. Fabiola worked so hard on this, Heidi, our parent rep, and Rebecca working so hard this year. You work hard every year, but to meet the needs of parents and students in this unusual year, it was extraordinary. So know you are all so valued and respected by parents and students. And thank you, district representatives and parents, for sticking with us. It was difficult to, execute some of the stuff we do want to execute for each year, but you stuck with us and we supported each other and students. So I hope you enjoyed this evening. I did. I cried, but held it together until now, and hope you have a wonderful rest of the year. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Andrea. And yes, I don't know if Terry's on here, but she has been such a fabulous a resource for our SELPA and the districts. We want to acknowledge her. And in the spirit of what we do every single day, which is really, it's all about the students, our students would like to just send you a brief acknowledgement to all of the hard work that you have done throughout this year. So without further ado, we're going to leave it in the hands of a few of our students to express their gratitude.
Excellence in special education.
Hi, Jack and I would just like to thank all of the nominees and all of the winners and everybody at Nixie for all of the hard work that you do and everything you do for special education. Thank you so much. Jack, would you like to say something?
Hi, my name is Jack. I want to say thank you for helping me, my friends.
Thank you.
Hi, I am Katie. Thank you all winners for make a difference. And bye.
Thank you all. We look forward to next year's celebrations in person, but we want to say good evening and thank you all for making tonight as special as it was for each and every one of us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.